Hi everyone, my name's Simon and welcome back to Walking with YT. In this episode, we're going to be looking at a brand new tent, and that's the KUIU Storm Star 2. This isn't the normal backyard episode. A couple of reasons for that. First of all, we've had hideous weather lately and the garden's not looking too great. Bit muddy, bit wet, lots of fallen leaves, and with a new dog churning it up as well, it's not really the best place to be doing any episodes right now. So I'm out on a short walk and I'm hoping to find a stretch of land where I can do a review on the Storm Star. So while we're walking around trying to find a place to pitch the tent, just want to explain my reasonings behind purchasing it. So as you all know, regular subscribers know, I'm happy with my one-person setups. It's taken me a while to get there, but I'm happy. Got the X-Dome 1 for 3 seasons, and I've got the Hilleberg Sulu for 4 seasons. More than happy with that. However, I now have a dog, and I also have a partner that's expressing more and more of an interest about coming out with me on some wild camps. So that's obviously got me looking at 2-person tents. Now I pretty much know what I'm going to get as a 2-person tent for 3 seasons, but I was a little bit stumped about what to get for a 3 to 4 season tent. To be honest, this particular tent has been on my radar for quite a long time, but the only reason why I haven't gone for it, amongst other things, was the price of it. So throughout the year, it's been retailing at just over £600. However, literally a couple of weeks ago, KUIU had a flash sale and they were selling these tents with 50% off. Now, by the time I got onto the website, the only one that was available was the orange and grey. And one thing I do want to do when I'm wild camping is try and keep my tents neutral colours. So I hit the button that says remind me when new stock comes in. So I put my details in, and then 24 hours later, the other Storm Star came available. So I decided to purchase it. So I managed to get the tent for just over £300, which I think could be a really good price. For all of those that have been keeping tabs on this flash sale, I was one of the fortunate ones that didn't get charged import taxes. So I did it all through the UK website, and I was worried that I was going to get taxed on it, but luckily I didn't. So £310 is what I've paid for this tent. Now I'm hoping that it will do the job it'll do the job all year round in the UK, but especially in a bit of adverse weather. So I've got the tent here. I've got 2 sleeping mats. So we're going to get it all set up, get the sleeping pads up, and have a good look round. I've just stumbled across this area here, which looks like it could do the job. It might have a few dog walkers coming around, but I'm sure they won't mind some weirdo in a field setting up a tent. So let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so here we have it, folks. Still in its wrapping, as you can see, the KUIU Storm Star 2-person. So the first thing we're going to do is open it up, and we're going to weigh it as it is. Okay, so straight out the packet, it's weighing at 2790 grams, so 2.79 kilograms. The pack size is 52 centimetres long by 18 centimetres wide. So as we open it up then, we've got the bag, just put that to one side at the moment. Now this is the first time I'm seeing it just like you guys. Okay, so let's have a look, see what we've got. So straight away, we roll it out. We got the poles, which are aluminium DAC poles. And we got the peg bag. So let's open the peg bag first, see what we've got. Okay, so we've got 2 different lengths of pegs here. We've got 7.5 mil, which is the longest. Sorry, 7.5 inches. And we've got, that looks like 6 inches. Okay, so we've got 7.5, 6 inches. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long ones. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 short ones. Okay, so that's not a bad mixture of pegs actually. And it looks like, if I just get one of them out now, yeah, they look like they're curved, they're spiraled a bit. Don't know whether you can see that, but each of them are spiraled. So yeah, that's not bad considering, you know, tent companies seem to go a little bit stingy with pegs, but so far so good with that. Okay, so next we have the poles. Okay, so it says on here, DAC, Featherlight, NFL, green. You've got 1, 2, 3 sets of poles, and it looks like this one here, it's got 2 black ends. You can just see that there. The others haven't, so I'm guessing, and also by looking at YouTube, this will be the centre pole. And it looks like on there as well, if you can see it, let me just get it off there now, it's got a pole sleeve for fixing your pole if you break it. So that's good. All good so far. Right, so let's look at the actual tent itself. Let's roll it out. Okay, so it looks like everything is attached already. As you can see here, you've got little quick release clips, which is good. So it looks like the inner and the outer is attached already. Let's give it a roll out and have a look. Hello. 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 How are you? Hello. You know, I have to say at this point, I do like the colour. I like the neutrality of the colour. Okay, let's extend the poles and see if we can get this thing put up. Okay, so the poles are extended. Let's try and figure this out. Now, I do know, looking at previous videos, that the poles don't crisscross. They go from end to same end, if that makes sense, and then you cross them over. Hope that makes sense. So let's try this to start with. Right, so this corner's blue and it has like a sock, a lot like the Hilleberg actually. It's good heavy duty sock. And then this goes round to the other blue corner, which is here. So that's the first one. And then we get the, no, it's not. Told you this was my first time. So I've just put the pole with the black ends in the wrong place. This one goes over this way. we live and learn. And I'm going to leave that in because everyone makes mistakes. Okay, so that is the right pole in. And now the same on these other corners. These are yellow. So you go yellow to yellow. Right, so they're in. Right, again, I'm drawing off experiences from other videos that I've seen. So most people at this stage then try and hook the rings in. So I'm going to do that for this video. So we've got the ring here. Apparently these are a little bit fiddly first off. Yeah, I can see what people mean. The same with this one. And squeeze it shut. Yeah, that one was a lot more fiddlier for some reason. Not sure why. But anyway. Look at that. That's supposed to be underneath the tent. Okay. I'll bring you back in a minute once I've tucked this under the tent. Okay, so now we've rectified that. It's time to put in the center pole. This is actually red to red in colour. And there we have it. This might be a little bit difficult to do with a camera in one hand and trying to do it with one hand. So I hope you can see this. So you kind of have to push the top down on this ring for it to flip open. So you push the top down and then put it over the two poles like so. And then it is quite fiddly, I've got to admit, but there you go, it's done. Right, so all that's left to do now is to clip the remainder in place. And they do clip in really nicely, actually. That last one on top is quite difficult to do. Okay, so what I've done is I've loosely pegged in all the corners. Let's have a look round. Starting off with the KUIU emblem there. I'm not going to guy it out, there's no wind. But even without the guys, it's pretty solid. This fabric here, obviously a lot tougher than the fly itself. You have a vent here, by the looks of it. Yeah, you got a vent there. That goes all the way into the inner fly there. Another brand there. Another vent, so you've got two vents. They do like their branding, don't they? And there we go. Right. Guys, I might be showing my age here now, right? But any young ones amongst you, ask your parents. What does that look like to you guys? I think that looks like Skeletor's staff of He-Man, Masters of the Universe. That's what I think. I think it's cool. And I think that's what it looks like. And if you look down here, hopefully you can see it. It says head end of tent windward side. So whenever you're pitching, this is the side that you want to pitch into the wind. I wonder if it's, let's have a look on the other side. It obviously says something down there, but I wonder if it's got the skull on the other side as well. Ah, no, it doesn't. So it has KUIU on this side and the skull on the other side. So just remember, skull side into the wind. Right, so let's look at the guy ropes then. As you can see, the ones that are against the poles, they've got the cord to wrap around to give that extra support. So starting from here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you've got 10 guys and you've got 6 peg out points, so you've got exactly the right amount of pegs that come with it. Right, I am absolutely itching to get this open and have a look inside. I really hope it's big enough for 2 people, plus a dog if needed. So let's open her up. So you've got 2 entrances and 2 vestibules. There's Velcro at the bottom there, and there's Velcro in the middle. There's also a quick release catch or clip just here. So let's roll this up. As you can see there, you put the toggle through and then you just close it up. Okay, next, let's open up the inner and have a look inside, shall we? It is double zipped. Sorry, the outer fly is double zipped as well, so you can zip from the top as well for that little bit more ventilation if you want it. The door is solid, but then you can unzip it to have an open fly, but we'll look at that in more detail in a minute. We're open and we're in. That toggle's the same as the outer. People say it's a bit low. Okay, I do get that. It is a bit low by the looks of it. Maybe a little bit higher up, but to be fair, it's not causing any issues so far. Okay, so I'm inside. Straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets, guys. 8 pockets. You've got Skeletor's staff up the top there, and you've got this handy bungeed washing line already installed, which is good. The bathtub is very high, and it's very high all the way round, as you can see. Another little bit of branding there as well. Do you think they wanted you to know that this was made by KUIU? But, well, you know, all joking aside, the ground sheet, I don't know what fabric it is, but it does seem quite thin and light. There has been a lot of rain here lately, and I'm sat down on it, and I don't know, it's not come through, but you can definitely feel the coldness underneath. Right, so looking at one of the inner doors then, you can see at the top here you have a double zip, so that's to outside. You can shut that. Also, down here, you have another set of double zips, which I'm guessing, it's hard to do this with one hand, but I'm guessing, yeah, that takes away the solid and then leaves you with the inner mesh, which is a brilliant feature. Love that. I've got that on all my tents now, actually. I think it's such a good feature. Looking up here, there's another set of zips. You've got a set of zips there and a set of zips there. Now, they go out to the outer zip there for your ventilation. Now, I know it's a bone of contention, this is. There's no netting, so midges and stuff can get in. Right on cue. See the mosquito? Hello, mosquito, right on cue. But you know what? When are you going to be using this tent? You're probably going to be using it when there's a bit of wind. You're probably going to be using it when it's quite cold. So both of them are not good environments for mozzies or midges. So, all right, it could have a bit of netting over the outside of the inner, but you know, we're splitting hairs here, guys, aren't we? Absolutely splitting hairs. I mean, this is a cracking tent. No ways about it. Okay, like I've said before, the best way to gauge these tents is by using the stuff that you use. So for me, it's my Big Agnes Rapide SL sleeping mat. Now, Valley and Peak, I will mention their names. Valley and Peak, this week have had a flash sale on their Big Agnes sleeping pads. Now, I've got the regular wide, which I absolutely love, but I do find that when I really do stretch, that my toes do come off the end. So the long wide Big Agnes was in a sale. So bearing in mind that I do need 2 pads if my partner comes out with me, I thought, why not? So I've got it. So here we have the regular wide, and this is the long wide. So I'm going to get them both pumped up now, put them in and see how they get on inside. Right, so both mats have been pumped up, ready for the big reveal. There we go. So we've got the regular wide on this side and the regular long on the far side. You can see the difference in size there. But even with the long wide, you've probably got about 3 inches to the end. And with the regular wide here, you've obviously got further. So this is a true 2-person tent. So it's worth pointing out at this stage that it's wider at one end than it is the other. This is the side that you're meant to face into the wind. So I'm guessing you'd have your feet this end anyway. So this is the narrower side and you've got the wider side there. So I'm sat inside now on one of the pads. I'm roughly about 5'9", 5'10", and I've got about that much headroom. So very, very spacious in here. And you know what, my heaviest one person is 2.6 kilos. This is 2.8, and you get the extra room, so you can see where the advantages are of this tent. One thing I did fail to mention when we was having a walk around is the vestibules. So obviously you've got 2, and look at the space you've got. You've got about 1.5 feet there on each side. So you can fit 2 humans in here, no problem whatsoever. And your kit outside, no problem whatsoever. It is such a roomy tent. Very, very impressed with the amount of room that you get. Okay, so my final thoughts on this tent. First of all, what a bargain. What an absolute bargain. For all of you that are fortunate to get this at the price that they've recently been selling at, none of you are going to be disappointed. None of you are. It's a sturdy 2-person, spacious 4-season tent. And apart from some very, very extreme weather that we get here in the UK, this will handle pretty much everything that gets thrown at it. To KUIU, I hope I'm saying that right. You really do love your branding, don't you, as a company? But what a genius move, selling this for the price you've sold it. It does make me wonder that when you sell it for the original price, then how much profit you're making on it, if you can sell it for half price and probably still make a profit on it. But I'm not going to moan at that, especially when I got it for half price. I think that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, it would really mean a lot to me if you like and subscribe. What's left for me to say now is take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.